Hello students. Today we will continue with our last lecture regarding the discussion of the lesson Gender Bias, written by the famous Indian writer Sudha Murthy. In this chapter, Sudha Murthy was a bright and bold student. She was doing final year of her master's course in computer science at an institute in Bangalore known as the Tata Institute at that time. One day, while going to hostel, she saw an advertisement on the notice board regarding a job from the famous automobile company Telco, now known as Tata Motors. But the ad stated that the job was only for the male candidates, that only the male candidates can apply for the job and not the female candidates are permitted to apply for the job. She did not like it and stood against the gender discrimination for first time in her life. Then she wrote a letter and posted it to the head of the Tata Group. Then she received a telegram stating that she had to appear for an interview at Telco's Pune office at the company's expense. She was shocked by receiving that telegram, but she took it as a challenge and she decided to go to Pune for the interview. Let's to now begin the text of the chapter Gender Bias. We will continue it from the page number 3. I collected rupees 30 each from everyone who wanted a sari. When I took back, I feel like laughing at the reason for my going. But back then they seemed good enough to make the trip. When she got a letter, her friends forced her to go to Pune for the interview and buy the beautiful and cheap saris for them from Pune. So she collected money from her friends. She collected rupees 30 from each of her friend and made her mind to go there. It was my first visit to Pune and I immediately fell in love with the city. To this day, it remains dear to me. When she visited there, she visited there for the first time and immediately she liked that city. To this day, it remains dear to me. She is sharing her liking for the city of Pune that to this day till now she likes that city called Pune. I feel as much at home in Pune as I do in Hubli. My hometown. She likes Pune as much as she likes Hubli, her hometown. The place changed my life in so many ways. She liked that city because it changed her life in so many different ways. As directed, I went to Telco's Pimpri office for the interview. There were 6 people on the panel, and I realized then that this was a serious business. Then, on the day of the interview, she went to Telco company's Pimpri office in Pune for the interview. There were 6 persons to conduct interview. There were 6 persons of the panel who were going to conduct interview, and I realized then that this was a serious business. This is the girl who wrote to JRD. I heard somebody whisper as soon as I entered the room. She, when she entered the room, she heard someone saying that this is the girl who wrote a letter to JRD, the head of the company Telco. By then, I knew for sure that I would not get the job. The realization abolished all fears from my mind, so I was rather cool while the interview was being conducted. When she heard someone saying that she was the girl, this is the girl who wrote a letter to GRD, then she thought that she will not be appointed there. So the realization abolished all fears from my mind. So all her fears came to an end. Abolished means came to an end or finished. So I was rather cool while the interview was being conducted. She remained cool. She coolly answered all the questions. Even before the interview started, I reckoned the panel was biased. So I told them rather impolitely, I hope this is only a technical interview. The interview, she noticed that the panel of the interview was biased. Biased means prejudiced. They were doing prejudice, they were biased. So uh, she talked to them in an impolite manner and said, I hope this is only a technical interview. They were taken aback by my rudeness, and even today I am ashamed about my attitude. They were taken aback. Taken aback here means they were shocked. They were surprised to hear this thing from her mouth. They were taken aback at my rudeness, and even today I am ashamed about my attitude. The panel asked me technical questions and I answered all of them. She is sharing that the panel members of the panel asked her so many technical questions and she answered all of them. Then an elderly gentleman with an affectionate voice told me, do you know why we said candidates need not apply? Then a gentleman from the panel asked her that does she know the reason why they have mentioned it in the ad of the job that candidate need not apply for that job. The reason is that we have never employed any lady on the shop floor. This is not a co-ed college. This is a factory. When it comes to academics, you are a first ranker throughout. We appreciate that. But people like you should work in research laboratories. He um told her about the reason that why they have not uh, permitted the lady candidates to apply for the job. He told her that lady candidates should work in the only academic uh, areas. But he told her that this is not a co-ed college, this is a factory, so it's difficult for a lady to work in a factory. I was a young girl from a small town, Hubli. My world had been a limited place. I did not know the ways of large corporate houses and their difficulties. So I answered, but you must start somewhere. Otherwise, no woman will ever be able to work in your factories. But by hearing his reason for not permitting the lady candidates to apply for that job, she answered him that you must start somewhere, sir, otherwise, no woman will ever be able to work in your factories. That somewhere you must start to appoint the lady candidates in your factories. Finally, after a long interview, I was told I had been successful, so this was the future had in store for me. After a long interview, she was um, told, it was declared that she had been selected for in the interview for that job. So she thinks that this was the future had in store for me. Never had I thought I would take up a job in Pune. She had never thought about it. I met a sh- I met a shy young man from Karnataka there. We became good friends and we got married. It was only after joining Telco that I realized who JRD was. After joining the company Telco, she came to know that who was JRD. JRD means head of telco company. The uncrowned king of an Indian industry, Talco. Now I was scared. Scared means afraid, but I did not get to meet him till I was transferred to Bombay. She never met him until she was transferred to Bombay. One day I had to show some reports to Mr. Moolgaonkar, our chairman, who we all knew as SM. One day she had to go to Mr. Moolgaonkar to show her reports. Moolgaonkar was the chairman of the company, to whom all the employees knew as SM. I was in his office on the first floor of Bombay House when suddenly JRD walked in. She was in the office on the first floor of Bombay House, and suddenly JRD, the head of telco company, walked in. This was the first time I saw Apro JRD. Apro means our in Gujarati. She here is telling us that it was the first time when she went there to show her reports that she first time met the JRD of the company. This was the affectionate term by which people at Bombay House called him. I was feeling very nervous remembering my postcard episode. SM introduced me nicely. Jay, that's what his close associate called him. This young woman is an engineer and that too a postgraduate. The uh, at the time she met him, she was feeling very nervous, and SM introduced her to GRD and told him that she is an engineer and she is also postgraduate. She is the first woman to work on the telco shop floor. He also told him to GRD that I was the only woman who worked on the telco shop floor. JRD looked at me. I was praying he would not ask me any question about my interview or the postcard that preceded it. I prayed to God that he must not remember the that event of the interview and about the postcard that I posted to him to get that job or to appear for the interview. Close to 50% of the students in today's engineering colleges are girls. Now she is sharing with us the facts about the engineering colleges. Close to 50% of the students in today's engineering colleges are girls, and there are women on the shop floor in many industry segments. It became possible even only after her appointment on the shop floor of telco company that women on the shop floor that there are the women who are working on the shop floor in so many industry segments. I see these changes and I think of GRD. She uh, thinks about those changes that they are because of GRD. If at all time stops and asks me what I want from life, I would say I wish JRD were alive today to see how the company he started has grown. She wishes that if ever the time stops and asks her what she wants from life, she would say that I wish JRD were alive today. She wishes that JRD were alive today to see how the company he started has grown. Has grown here means has flourished, developed. He would have enjoyed it wholeheartedly. She thinks that if he were alive today, he would have enjoyed the fact wholeheartedly means by his he will be happy by his heart. So this was the discussion. This was the first chapter, gender bias, which we have discussed and completed today. Thank you. Thank you very much.